Someone give Bennedict Mathurin the starting job, okay? It should be Tyrese Halliburton, Chris Duarte, and Bennedict Mathurin out there. I guess Miles Turner and Isaiah Jackson, maybe. I want to. What would your guys' starting lineup for the Pacers be? But I think Bennedict Mathurin has shown, give this man the starting job. I don't think I've ever seen someone more deserving of a starting role than Bennedict Mathurin. I know it's preseason basketball, but over here, all right, let's do Jalen Smith, Isaiah Jackson. I know Miles Turner's still on the roster, but maybe by the end of the season, the starting lineup is Jalen Stick Smith, Isaiah Jackson, Bennedict Mathurin, Chris Duarte, and my man Tyrese Halliburton. Then you got off the bench O'Shea, Bissett, Goga, Terry Taylor, Andrew Nembhard. Then you got Kendall Brown. I like that. And look, Bennedict Mathurin came out tonight and was like, I'm gonna shoot all over the floor over this team called the New York Knicks. And that's what literally got me going, because Bennedict Mathurin, I know he missed his 3-pointers that he shot, but he was all over. He hit a mid-range 11-footer off a dish from Andrew Nembhard. He had a nice floater from 8 feet out, and then he went to town inside, layup after layup after layup. Okay, he was just driving, had a dunk, had a few layups. Okay, it was fun. And then Bennedict Mathurin, he had that oh my little windmill jam that if you saw that, you would have thought the same thing and would have been like, oh my, no respect for human life. Okay, and I really do believe that it was a good game. It was fun to watch, and it was a little bit different. Okay, not what we typically see. So for me, I think we got to see a fun game from Bennedict Mathurin. I just like Chris Duarte at the 2. Then you got Bennedict Mathurin at the 3, Tyrese Halliburton at the, probably at the 1, obviously. And then you got Jalen Smith and Isaiah Jackson as the future, because we assume they're going to move on from Miles Turner at some point. And that just leaves me looking at this team just being like, damn, they got a good young core that I think just the size of Halliburton, Mathurin, and Duarte right there. You got 6'4", 6'5", and 6'6". I think they're more like 6'4", 6'5", and 6'7". I think Bennedict Mathurin's 6'7". So right there for me, I think that just is perfect. I like their 1 through 3. They've basically found their 3 guys, and Chris Duarte being the older guy, he's going to be the elder statesman in the room and keep these young boys in check once they trade Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I know they'll still have Daniel Tice probably on the roster. I don't know if James Johnson and Langston Galloway will make the team, but still there'll be some veteran voices on the locker room, and I think this is just a very well-constructed roster so far by this Indiana Pacers team. And I think it's just, you look at it, let's get Bennedict Mathurin as much playing time as he possibly can, and let's develop him into the guy that we know that he can be, because I think he's one hell of a player and a guy who deserves, the opportunity that is being presented in front of him. And there's no reason not to play. Who are you going to play instead? Buddy Hield? Nah, let's just play Buddy Hield as a 6-man and have Bennedict Mathurin get as much developing time as needed, because there isn't any reason, not to do that. So that's where I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you guys think of Bennedict Mathurin, and who, if you're not starting Bennedict Mathurin, who are you starting instead? Because I do believe it is an interesting situation right now with the way that it's being played out. And for me, I think, let's do it. Let's party, bro. And I think Bennedict Mathurin's a guy, he's super young, okay? He's the same age as Chet Holmgren, or I think he's a month older than Chet Holmgren, and he's played 2 years of college basketball, okay? And it wasn't like he played barely any minutes. No, he was a legitimate rotational piece, best player arguably on, Arizona last year. I mean, Christian Colocu was pretty good, but let's not act like. I just think Bennedict Mathurin, a guy who is showing game in and game out that, hey, okay, good player. And I think every time we see him, it's just a bit more where we're just like, okay, all right, this kid can play. And I think it's just going to be more and more evident every time we see him that he deserves to be out there, and it's fun. It is incredibly fun to see him play. because he has the two-way ability to be one of the better two-way players in the league, and I think it's a guarantee that at the very least he's going to be a decent starter and maybe even better than that. And I just think you see him, and like the crazy part about what he did tonight was he did it off the freaking, like off like the bench, and he didn't start. So for me, I thought, hey, that was pretty crazy, and he was deserving of it. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below. What do you guys think of that? And are you guys on the same page as me that Bennedict Mathurin's a guy who definitely deserves the shot to start? And it's a shame that they haven't given it to him yet. But yeah, bye.